What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the BTB Show. Today, I got Earl and Jay here to talk about the Golden State Warriors. I know it's been a rough season for Golden State fans with Jimmy Butler's injury, with the Jonathan Kuminga saga finally coming to an end. Now Porzingis has only played one game for them. But in their last 6 games, Golden State are 3-3. They have a couple quality wins against the Nuggets and the Rockets, two teams that are at the top of the West. I think a lot of people would agree are contenders. They are doing the most right now with what is a roster of pretty much role players and even G League guys. So, Jay, how impressed have you been by Golden State in this last stretch? The fact that they've stayed afloat without Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler for as long as they have, currently sitting 8th in the Western Conference.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. I am pessimistic on this Warriors team. I see what they're doing without Steph Curry, but I just don't buy into any of it, man. They do have some key wins. They beat the Rockets. They beat the Nuggets a couple, probably like not even 2 weeks ago. They beat the Suns in this little 15-game stretch. Like, Curry has been out for a little while now, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna zag here a lot on this question. Not only am I not bought in on this team and them not being good without Curry, or them being okay without Curry, I think they are so far down this. They're currently 8th right now in the Western Conference. Porzingis has Pott's disease. If you guys don't know what that is, he has irregular heartbeat. He cannot play games. Don't understand that trade. Jimmy Butler's out for the year. Draymond Green he's just doing stuff on the court. He's just being Draymond at this point. He has defense still, but his offense is not there. I can see a scenario where they just shut down Steph Curry. I don't see why bring him back. And why even try to make a playoff run? They're not going to do anything in the playoffs.
Nope.
Like, I really think this is it for the Warriors. I talked about this on my podcast on Tuesday. I just think the Warriors should chalk it up this season, man. Steve Kerr has had some weird moments this year. Like that whole interview that they had the other day where he literally said in an interview, I don't know what's going on with Kristaps Porzingis. We're all trying to figure it out as well. Why the hell would you trade for him? You had a 24 or 23-year-old Jonathan Kuminga who's just ready to play, spry legs, can jump out the gym, can shoot. Like, look what he's doing on the Hawks right now. Like, you guys gave up on that for no reason because of some personal stuff. Like, Steve Kerr's tenure as a coach has been amazing. He has 4 championships. The last couple years, it just hasn't made sense to me. And looking at where the Warriors currently stand, they're 8th in the West. They're not beating any of the teams ahead of them. I don't even think they can beat the Phoenix Suns in the playoff series. Like, they just don't have enough consistency. Their defense is not great. And like I said, Steph Curry is just in and out. Like, he has what they're calling runner's knee right now, which is just basically overuse of the knee. He has the most miles traveled in the NBA. In the last 5 to 10 years, all Steph Curry does is run around to get open on screens. His knee's shot. Like, he doesn't even have any structural damage. It's just knee bruises and knee fatigue. Like, he has an old man injury. Why rush Steph Curry back? He's clearly out for the season. Like, I don't know why they just don't announce it. They just said 2 weeks ago he's going to be reevaluated in 10 days. And then 3 days ago, they said he's going to be reevaluated in another 10 days. I don't know what's going on. I like what the young guys are doing, though. Pods has stepped up. Guy Santos has stepped up. Melton. Moses Moody just missed last game. They went without Moody last night against the Rockets team, who I also have questions about. But this Warriors team, I don't see them going far in the playoffs. I can see a scenario where they just shut down Steph Curry for the rest of the season. Yeah, man, I'm out on them. I'm out on whatever they're doing, and I think that this is Steve Kerr's last season as well. I am completely out on the Warriors, man.
Earl, are you out on them as well? Are you as pessimistic as Jay is over here, thinking they should just shut Steph Curry down and just chalk up the year as an 8th seed?
I was out on the Warriors when I seen LeBron hit that 3 and say he's seen 3 rings, man. That's when I was out on the Warriors. But to be fair, this season, I think they just made the wrong moves in the last 2 to 3 years. If they cared about continuing like the Curry legacy, as Golden State has really made his identity of that, which is fine. Obviously, all-time great point guard. There's nothing wrong with that. But you go out and make a decision to sign Jimmy Butler, and hurt or not, I thought that was a massive contract for someone of his age and his skill set to play next to Steph Curry and Draymond, the roster they had. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Then on top of that, he gets injured. So now you're sitting on all this dead money. You can't move that contract. And even when he comes back, he's not going to be that version of Jimmy Butler, who was already half of the Jimmy Butler, maybe even more than that, than he was in his prime. So that's a big problem. Then you go and trade for Kristaps Porzingis, like Jay said. He has this disease that obviously causes his heart problems to accelerate when he's playing basketball, obviously his heart rate. can't play. Like, you literally can't play. He has to sit out weeks to play one game. Like, and that's no shot at Kristaps Porzingis. It's just, you just probably shouldn't be playing basketball, right? Like, I think that's just a logical thing. Like, you just don't trade for a contract like that and a guy with a undisclosed medical injury that hasn't even been officially reported across the NBA, which is also kind of strange as well. I think the Warriors just continue to make drastic moves. Even Jonathan Kuminga, like, not saying he's playing like at an all-star level or anything like that, but he's playing pretty good in Atlanta. He's putting up like 21 per in his last couple games. And I think while Steve Kerr has done a good job of like playing some guys, look at Santos as well. He's been playing great basketball. He just got a contract extension. There's other situations where they let go of early talent, like young talent too early, like Jordan Poole, who's riding away and who knows where. I don't even remember where he plays now, but he was a pivotal piece for that team. I'll say he was good on the Golden State Warriors, though.
He was.
He fit the scheme, like maybe not where he's at now, but it just made sense. There's not a lot of guys who I feel like who can play solid around Curry without taking away from his game. And at that point, he was playing next to Curry and Klay at times too. So I think when the fit is there, it's there. So I think, like Jay said, I think it's only a matter of time before Steve Kerr is out of there, man. Like, he inherited this team, and it's obviously clear that he didn't have, to me, the most pivotal impact on this team that everybody's making it out to seem. Mark Jackson built the team in a cave, and the credit was taken by Steve Kerr. I'll stand on that forever till the end of time. But yeah, I think the Warriors this year don't play Curry, man. It makes no sense. Why? You play Curry to maybe make a play-in run, and you have to play, win 2 games and maybe make the playoffs. Then you have to play a long round, probably getting first-round exit just to bring Curry back off of a halfway fully healed injury. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So yeah, I'm kind of with Jay. Like, it doesn't make sense to bring Curry back. Warriors to me are completely lost, and next year they're gonna try their best to recruit LeBron James as their last will and all testimony, and it's gonna be the old man's club over there. We'll see what they do.
I agree with y'all in the sense that I don't believe Golden State is obviously a contender this year. I don't even know that they would be a favorite in any first round series if they got into if they made it out of the play-in. But I don't think that they should shut Steph Curry down this season. And personally, I have been impressed by these last couple wins and the fact that they have stayed afloat without Steph as long as they have. I mean, again, I know Jay said we have some questions about the Rockets, but the Rockets are still at the top of the Western Conference. They're pretty, for the most part, healthy.
Fair.
And we saw Guy Santos play 42 minutes in this game. Brandon Pajimski played 40 minutes, had 26 points. DeAnthony Melton, I've been so impressed with DeAnthony Melton this year. He's, I think, their third leading scorer for the season right now. And that's behind Butler and Steph. So he is the number one option on this team. He had 23 points last night on 10 for 22. Pretty darn good for a guy that came back, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, off like a major injury. They have, I want to make sure I get these guys' names right, Malevi Lyons, LJ Cryer, and Nate Williams. These are 3 two-way guys.
Lakers Nate Williams.
I want to get this right. 12 minutes, 20 minutes, and 18 minutes, respectively, each last night, in a game where they beat the Houston Rockets in double overtime. And all 3 of those guys were legitimate contenders at points in that. Like, they played major minutes in that game, and they still got the win. I'm personally pretty impressed by that. Like, I think the Golden State has a good amount of role players here. Obviously, without Steph, without Jimmy, they're not going anywhere deep in the playoffs. But I think for these last couple of years, I think their priority should be trying to win as many games as possible. I'm not embracing a tank in Golden State right now. I think that the Warriors, with the Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Steve Kerr era, they just need to ride it out and just let it happen. Let Steph play another 2 years. Let Draymond play another 2 years. Let Steve Kerr coach another year or two. They can all go out together, and then the rebuild can begin. But for what Steph Curry has meant to this organization, I don't see any reason trying to tank now. I understand that it's not going to yield a championship. It's not going to yield a finals run. But I think trying to give this fan base and this core of Curry, Draymond, and Kerr as many just memorable moments as possible. Like, can you imagine if they made the playoffs and won a playoff series this season? That would be a success for Golden State. And I don't think it's incredibly out of the question. Not as much as you guys do. So when all this is done in 2028 or 2029, then we can worry about how they go forward. But right now, it's like, let's just ride it out, have a good time, and maybe they can win a playoff series. Maybe Guy Santos has a 40-point game in the playoffs, and that's like a legendary moment of Curry and Guy celebrating as they beat the Phoenix Suns or something. I don't know. I would like to see that personally. But let us know what y'all think in
Hold
the
up.
comment section below about Golden State. What you got to say, Jay?
Before you close out, I have a counter to that, Max.
Okay.
So say they play Steph Curry for the rest of the year into the play. Say they make the play-in and even make the playoffs, and he's playing with a bum knee, and God forbid tears his ACL, blows his knee out, and then now the whole next season is a mess. No Steph Curry. The whole next year we have absolutely no chance because we pushed to make the playoffs, and now we have a what? Instead of a top 14 pick, we're in the 18 to 25 range. Why take that risk? I just wouldn't take that risk from the Warriors. If we love Steph Curry this much and we think that he's going to be that good, let's save him for next year and let's get the best pick possible. I would even tank the play-in game. I would not want to win the play-in game and just let Portland get in, whoever the hell it may be, just so we can get a better pick. Because the team they have now, Jimmy's going to miss next year probably. He's 35 towards ACL. Kristaps Porzingis is on the brink of retirement. He has a disease that I don't see him coming back from. That's two of their next best guys after Steph Curry. What are they going to do next year with the rest of I like their young guys. Pods is good. I think Moody's a top 3 to 4 player on this team at best. Okay, Will Richard, the young guy, Geeson, what are they going to do with that next season in the playoffs? Like, they need a top 14 pick. They need a lottery pick. And as currently constructed, they're not going to do anything for the rest of this season. They're not beating the Timberwolves. They're not beating... I don't even think they're beating the Lakers. And as much as I know Earl's like, yeah, you tried us, but I don't even think they're going to beat the Lakers. And I think they get swept by literally any of the top 5 teams. They're not beating the Spurs. They're not beating anybody in the playoff series. Why bring back Steph and risk any further injury? Like I said, there's no structural damage, but there's bruising, and there's pain in the knee because he's running around so much, getting open on screens, banging into guys, falling on the ground. It's a time thing injury, and I wouldn't bring him back. I would shut Steph Curry down. They say he's going to be reevaluated in another 10 days. I think after this next reevaluation, they're just going to be like, yeah, the knee's not okay. Steph, you're out. You're good.
If the knee is truly not okay, then yes, you don't rush him back, certainly. But I think it's a situation. If Steph can play, if he's ready to play, and this team has a chance at a play-in, I think you play him. I think you maximize any postseason moments or any postseason potential with Steph Curry. You at least give him a competitive team instead of a tanking team at the end of his career. But that's my side of the story. Obviously, Jay and Earl see things differently. What do y'all think? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, keep an eye out for our polls and our shorts on YouTube, as well as content over on TikTok and Instagram. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. This is Jay, Earl, and Max from the BTB Show, signing off.
Peace.